Russian base jumper Valery Rozov was known in the world of extreme sports as the Limitless Man, a world-famous daredevil who could leap from the world's greatest heights. He was the first person to skydive into a volcano crater, the first person to jump off the slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest freestanding mountain in the world. Even in his early 50s, he was breaking records. For the Russian legend, boundaries are made to be pushed and limits are made to be exceeded, Red Bull wrote. Nothing seems to be too much of a challenge for him. But on Saturday, the free-falling legend took his final flight. Rozov, 52, died in a base jumping accident while leaping from the 22,349-foot-high, 6811-meter, mountain Himalayas in the Himalayas of eastern Nepal, expedition organizers told AFP on Sunday. Base jumping is wingsuit flying from mountains or cliffs. The details of the incident are still unclear, but AFP reported Rozov had been on a 7 summits quest. He aimed to base jump from the highest mountains on each of the 7 continents. According to the Kathmandu-based newspaper, the Himalayan Times, Rozov crashed into a cliff as he leapt from the mountain in a wingsuit. A rescue team in a helicopter recovered his body on Sunday morning and airlifted it to Kathmandu. Meghna Jaloo Sherpa of 7 Summits Club, which organized the expedition, told the Himalayan Times. Red Bull, which had worked with Rozov since 2004, reported his death over the weekend with deep sorrow, offering condolences to his wife and sons. The Russian received international recognition as a highly professional athlete, an aerial adventurer who tirelessly set himself against increasingly difficult goals, Red Bull wrote in a blog post. Valery will always remain in our memory, strong in spirit, professional, modest, full of energy, an eternal dreamer who was forever burning with new ideas and projects. A native of Nizhny Novgorod, Russia, Rozov jumped into an active volcano onto a glacier on the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia's Far East in 2009. At the age of 48, in May 2013, he broke the record for the world's highest base jump on the 60th anniversary of the first ascent of Mount Everest. After a 4-day climb to the jumping location, he leapt from Hagtsit, a peak of Mount Everest, at an altitude of 23,687 feet. Temperatures were at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. He flew for almost a full minute at speeds of about 125 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour, and landed safely on a glacier. Only when I got back home did I see how hard it was for me both physically and psychologically, Rozov said afterward, Red Bull wrote in a blog post. Then, on October 5, 2016, he broke his own record, leaping from a height of 25,262 feet on Mount Choyu on the border between China and Nepal. He opened his parachute after 90 seconds of free fall. In the days and weeks leading up to his accident, Rozov posted photos on Facebook documenting his journey to Himalayas. Washington Post.